Today in the Daily Dose, Imperialism and the Slaveholding South. Following the end of the Mexican-American War in February of 1848, Mexico's defeat handed much of the west coast of North America to the United States, prompting slaveholding factions within the antebellum South to dream of spreading slavery across the continent and beyond. A year later, after the discovery of gold in California, slaveholding Southerners began moving to the territory in large numbers, bringing with them an estimated 500 to 1,500 African American slaves to work the gold fields of the high Sierras and beyond, prompting pro-slavery expansionists like Henry Weiss to wager that his home state of Virginia would make $1 billion on the sale of slaves into the territory, which was hastily made a free state on September 9, 1850. Weiss's prediction proved patently wrong when Southern slaveholders discovered a second form of slavery in the American West, including Native American captives and indebted mestizo peasants, which enslaved thousands into multiple forms of bondage or peonage in the newly acquired territories of Utah, Arizona, California, and New Mexico, employing systems of forced labor far less costly than plantation agriculture and chattel slavery. Still holding immense political sway in Washington during the years leading up to secession and war, every time Whig or Republican abolitionists attempted to outlaw peonage in the American West, Southern legislators pushed back against every attempt in the 1850s, knowing full well that any law against peonage out west would eventually point a finger at their own form of slavery in the South. Despite growing abolitionist sentiment within the northern states, Southerners held fast to their expansionist visions for the American West, supported in large part by the formidable spread of Euro-American imperialism abroad, which relied heavily on indigenous coercive labor, from the British in India to the Dutch and French in Southeast Asia, prompting slaveholding Southerners to question why slavery couldn't be a part of white imperialism. With the hope of expanding their cotton markets into China, Southern legislators argued in Congress to a southern route for the Transcontinental Railroad, pointing to a terminus in port cities in Southern California to build up their Pacific trade. Yet when Abraham Lincoln took office on March 4, 1861, Southern dreams for slavery in America collapsed in the face of untenable bloodshed during the American Civil War. And there you have it, Imperialism and the Slaveholding South, today in the Daily Dose. If you enjoyed this short educational video, consider giving the filmmakers a YouTube super thanks from as little as $1, so that you too can feed the filmmakers who feed your brain.